Welcome to our Cleancast today. Thanks for joining us. I've entitled today's discussion The Closet Caper. The Closet Caper. And as I titled this one and was thinking about using it, I couldn't help but remember, and maybe some of you remember seeing some of the, you can buy these videos now of Johnny Carson's greatest shows that he had when he was on 30 years, and he did a skit with Jack Webb from Dragnet one time on there that is just hilarious. They called it The Closet Caper. And it was about the closet caper that occurred in Cleveland, Ohio by Clara Clifford, the cleaning lady, who copped the copper clappers from the closet. And it just went on and on and on. And it's hilarious. It's just hilarious. Well, I'm not going to be talking about copping the copper clappers from the closet today. I want to spend some time talking about your janitor's closet. That's my closet caper. And I guess that's one of my pet peeves, is a disorganized, unclean janitor's closet. This was always the first area I visited when I went to one of my buildings in whatever city I went to. I always would get off the plane, get in my car, and go to the office and say, let's go. And I'd ride with a supervisor that night, or maybe just go out on my own. But the first place I always looked was a janitor's closet. And you see, I had a wise customer told me many, many years ago, early in my career. It was really early. I mean, I was in business 6 months. And he said to me, Oleg, if you can't keep my janitor's closet clean, how can you expect to keep my building clean? He was right, wasn't he? Our business is one of keeping things clean. And yet many of us have the dirtiest looking janitor's closets known to mankind. There's just a lot of things that we don't do right when it comes to janitor's closet. We leave the mop bucket with water in it, with the mop in it. We leave the brute half full. We'll dump it tomorrow night. We don't dump the bag in the vacuum cleaner, right? Makes sense? We have stuff scattered over on the shelves, if we have shelves. Our buffer has stripper water on it that may have been there when Columbus came over. So check your janitors. I want you to check your janitor's closets and see. You need to be retuning those janitor's closets. When does the specifications you have even in your janitor's closet? What are the dates on those? Are they 12 years old, or are they today's date, or recent date? But think about the dirty janitor's closet. Think about how you could clean it up. The slop sink is another one of my pet peeves. It really, really, you pour stuff in there. But I will tell you, this same customer that I had that taught me this, we did a monthly surprise walkthrough of his facility, which was located on about 40 acres of land, a huge manufacturing plant. And so when I would come out to do the inspection with him, the first thing he did is get up and walk down to the janitor's closet. And he would open the door and look in. And if we had mop water in the bucket, and if we had a dirty slop sink, and we had a brute that was half full of trash, he'd say, guess we're going to walk. And we would walk the entire facility. And I mean, it was like 11 o'clock till 4 or 4:30 that afternoon. If everything was clean and in order, he'd say, looks to me like you're doing a darn good job. Let's go to lunch. And I was happy to go to lunch, because only the days that we had to walk the whole thing, we didn't get any lunch. But nevertheless, that taught me in a hurry, and I've never forgotten that. I thanked him many times for that down through the years, as being part of the credo of our business of keeping the janitor's closet clean. So how do yours look? Let me suggest. Also, you need to have, as I said earlier, you need to have up-to-date stuff like company standards in there. I recently had a client of mine send me a company standards poster that he placed in each of his buildings that included the company dress code, the janitorial closet procedures, the chemicals used in that account and how to use them, the microfiber cloth color coding reference chart, the employee handbook pouch, the cleaning specs for the building. Those were all on that sheet, on the wall, so that everybody knew what it was. Now, they also had on there the emergency phone numbers and the payday procedures. And then there were some other things that they listed in there that had to be taken care of for their particular company. But, another reason why it's important, and I think this may be one of the most important as well, for those of you that are in the selling game on this thing, is I secured a very large account one year because on Christmas Eve, I got a call from this prospect that I had been working on. It was I say a very large account. It was where I was, at a 13-story building in a city where I was cleaning at the time, one of the cities. And he called and he said they had a water leak about midway in the building, and it was coming down, not heavily, but it was coming down into the other suites down below, and could I help him? And of course I said, sure I can. Have you tried to get a hold of your current vendor? And he said, well, yeah, you know what? I have. He said, I've tried all three numbers that they had listed in their janitor's closet. The first one was disconnected, the second one didn't work for him anymore, and the third one didn't answer the phone and didn't have an answering machine on. So he said, I didn't know who to go to, so I called you. And I said, well, we're going to be on it. And so I called a bunch of people, and fortunately for me, I was able to get those people. This was on Christmas Eve, and on New Year's Eve, or on New Year's Day, actually, we moved in to clean that building. And I got the account. Now, it wasn't fun going out on Christmas Eve to clean this, and I paid pretty nice pay to the people that did go with me, because I really, really appreciated it. And frankly, the customer didn't, he didn't care what the price was, at least on that particular issue. So, you need to have those numbers up to date. You need to have the customer's numbers up to date. So what about your closet caper? Do you have Clara Clifford, not paying attention? Go look at the closets that you have in each building. Make sure that they're clean. Make sure you have up-to-date information. Make sure you have emergency numbers that you can call, both for your company and for the client's company. It just may save you an account, and someday may get you an account. Thanks for watching us today. See you next time.